Hello, my name is Devin Jones, and welcome to this edition of the Sparx Tribune Report. You can find me at the Sparx Tribune, sparxtribune.org, spell Sparks with an X, sparxtribune.org, and I will include a link to my Twitter profile in the description box below, along with a link to my website and the page here at realclearpolitics.com where I'm getting my information from for this video. I will link to that as well, again, in the description box below. Today I would like to talk about, as I stated, the polling between the top 5 presidential Democratic contenders, and some interesting things to note along the way here. We're looking again at realclearpolitics.com, and I'm reaching back. I'd like to at least go back, just look at this month, according to this source here, and breeze over the first, part of the month just to provide some context, where we see a strong lead by Biden, consistently strong lead by Biden, purportedly, supposedly, we're to believe that Biden has been up 4 points, then 11 points, then 12 points, then 15 points. We have the first poll here, Democratic presidential nomination, general, not specific to a state, just 2020 Democratic presidential nomination. This is by The Economist and YouGov. Biden 23, Sanders 9, Warren 19, Harris 15, etc. That is a curious poll. And again, curious because they list Sanders second place at only 9, and then give Warren 19 and Harris 15 and Buttigieg 8. Buttigieg down 1 point from Sanders. I don't know why Sanders is at 9, but then again, I don't know why Biden is at 23. Does he really have grassroots support like that? Again, July 9th. These are also general, not specific to a state. Just says 2020 Democratic presidential nomination, Biden 31 and then Biden 30, respectively. Both of these also have Sanders at second place, Sanders 19 and then Sanders 15, both of which also have Warren in third place at 13 and then 15, respectively. And then Harris in fourth, Buttigieg in fifth. Going to July 10th, Biden 22, Sanders 12, Warren 18, Harris 15, Buttigieg 6, with Biden up by 4 points to the second place contender, who in that poll was Bernie Sanders. July the 11th, 2020 Democratic presidential nomination, general, not specific to a state, has Biden up by 7 points to Sanders' second place, 13. Biden 26, Sanders 13. And we have polling, on July 12th, July 15th, that also has Biden in first place. Again, Biden 35, Sanders 14. That puts Biden up by 21 points. This poll, conducted by Fox News, let that be noted duly, but this is the South Carolina Democratic presidential primary. This is specific to South Carolina, with Biden up by 21 points in South Carolina, regardless of the fact that he has an anti-civil rights history. But I suppose we're to believe that Joe Biden has a large following amongst the black community. If that were the case, if that's what we're supposed to believe, again, this is the South Carolina Democratic presidential primary, and true story, the black community holds good sway over the Democratic primaries in those southern states. That's just factual electoral politics. But then again, if that's the narrative here, is that that's where his support is at, then show me a picture of one of his campaign rallies and point out a single person of color in the audience there. I'm not exaggerating. A single person of color. It's all old white people, just old white people. There's like maybe 2 people that look like they might be under 35 in the pictures that I've seen anyway. Show me one I haven't seen. I want to see him looking like like he's really got some diverse crowd of grassroots support. Show me a crowd of more than 100 people at any rally. I've seen crowds of 30, big mammoth crowds of maybe almost 50 sometimes. But where is the support? Why is he at? Okay, anyhow, this is July 16th with Biden up first place in all 3. Pardon me. Biden 21, Biden 24, and Biden 32, respectively. The one where Biden is listed at having 32% to Sanders 19 was done by Politico in the Morning Consult, and again, this one is not specific to a state. 2020 Democratic presidential nomination, a general poll, has Biden 32 to Sanders 19, almost doubling the support. It says Biden plus 13. Biden is up by 13 points to the second place contender, who in that case is Sanders. July 17th comes along. California Democratic primary. California Democratic primary. California. Supposedly, purportedly, a big liberal bastion, right? Supposedly, we're to believe that Biden is, hold on, where were we? There it is. Biden 21. Harris 23. This is the only one, by the way. I should have mentioned that. Harris 23. Listed as second place, but given more points on this than Biden. Harris 23, Biden 21. They should have listed Harris first. But anyway, that's July 17th. In the California Democratic primary, Warren in third place at 16. Listed third, given 16 points, Sanders 18. I don't know why they're not listing these appropriately and accordingly, but so Biden 21, Harris 23, Warren 16, Sanders 18, Buttigieg 3. In California, why is Sanders under Biden and Harris in California? Why? I mean, I understand it's Harris's home state, but why is Biden there above Sanders? 2020 Democratic presidential nomination general poll here: Biden 25, Sanders 12, Warren 16, Harris 11. Warren is over Sanders. Biden is over Warren. Biden up 9 points to Warren, being given second place according to the numbers, not according to the way they're listed here. Thank you for that. Real Clear Politics, real clear of politics. Sunday, July 21st, a series of polls came out. Looks like 5 of them from what I'm looking at, all of them by CBS News and YouGov. Biden 24, Biden 27, Biden 39, Biden 24, Biden 27, in that order. And Biden is up by 10 points, 1 point, 22 points, 7 points, and 5 points, respectively. Now, the most recent poll, July 23rd, on a Tuesday, this was yesterday, 2020 Democratic presidential nomination. This is yesterday, the 23rd, done by Politico and the Morning Consult. Biden 33, up 15 points to Sanders 18. Biden 33, Sanders 18, Warren 14, Harris 13, Buttigieg 5. Biden is up by 15 points in the most recent poll. And The Hill also did an article covering that, which is what caused me to come over here and look at the polls, because it's perplexing. Again, I ask, where are these supporters? They're not at his rallies. If he's speaking to, plethora of individuals, mammoth crowds of 30 and 50 people, I mean, but we're to believe he's up by 15 points? Where are your supporters? They're not at your rallies. They're not on social media. Do a search for the hashtag Biden 2020. Do a search for that hashtag. There's not a lot of support on social media either. So they're not at your rallies. They're not on social media. Where are they? We're to believe that you're polling 15 points higher than Sanders in a general, this is general 2020 Democratic presidential nomination. Up 15 points to Senator Bernie Sanders. Senator Bernie Sanders has a long history of fighting for the people. Biden has an anti-civil rights history, an anti-every damn thing history, pardon the French. I don't understand, where is Biden here? Even Kamala Harris went after Biden and nailed him to the wall in the debates. Why does Biden maintain such a strong lead? Who are they polling, and how are they polling them? Are they calling all of the landlines in Iowa? I don't get it. Are they polling all of the lobbyists on the Senate floor? I don't understand. Where is the support coming from? It doesn't appear to be grassroots support. I don't have anybody, I don't see, again, they're not on social media. And the rallies look like 30 to 50 old white people, maybe 2 people under 35, and not 1 person of color. It's not a diverse crowd in the least. Biden up by 15? Just ask yourself these questions when you're looking at these polls. I'm going to read this last poll, the order in which they fall, again, one more time. Biden 33, Sanders 18, Warren 14, Harris 13, Buttigieg 5. Surely. I believe it. So just ask yourself these questions, because this doesn't seem to be making much sense. And I will link to this page on realclearpolitics.com in the description box below, so that you can see this for yourself and look over some of the details that I'm not really going to take the time to rant on. I've made my point. at least the point of asking a couple of critical questions about the polling here. Over this has been a whole month just about of polling. I think the first poll that I read was, the 3rd, July 3rd. This is almost a whole month, from the 3rd to the 23rd. So 20 days worth of polling has Biden maintaining a consistent lead over the rest of the field, with one exception that I noticed and brought up, with Harris up 2 points, and that was in the California. Yes. Nope. California had Harris down by 1.2 Biden. There was one poll with Harris leading Biden, and I will pull that up. By the way, yes, it was the California Democratic primary, and this was the July 17th, where Harris, I guess, briefly rose above Biden in California, probably due to her performance at the debates. And it has Harris at 23, Biden at 21, and still lists Biden, again, and I don't understand why they're doing this at Real Clear Politics, but they still list Biden first. They give him less points than Harris. Biden 21, Harris 23, and then proceed Warren 16, Sanders 18, Buttigieg 3, O'Rourke 1, Yang 2, etc. So, generally speaking, they're listing them from most to least support and then swapping names here and there so that they put Biden over Harris, regardless of the fact that she has more points than him, and then Warren over Sanders, even though Sanders has 2 more points on the poll than Warren. But why is Sanders at 18 at all? Why? I'm not going to rant on. These are important questions to ask and important questions to answer. Anyway, this has been the Sparx Tribune Report. Again, find me at sparxtribune.org. Sparx is spelled with an X. sparxtribune.org. And you have a wonderful day.